Welcome into CHGO Tavern Style. I'm Sean Anderson of CHGO White Sox.
And I'm Mark Carman of CHGO Bears.
And CHGO Tavern Style is presented by Salerno's Pizza. Head over to the Grand Ave location or call 312-666-3444 to make a reservation today.
Going tonight.
You're going tonight?
I am going tonight. Taking the niece. Pre-Bulls game, Salerno's on Grand. Let's go.
Mention CHGO. You get half off the pizza, huh?
Damn right you do.
On today's CHGO Tavern Style, we'll be talking about the biggest need for the Chicago Bears. Carm, I'm an avid listener to the CHGO Bears. I know that you've recently been made right by Kevin Warren. They're going to be breaking ground on the lakefront. All your needs have been met.
That's correct. Kevin Warren's a genius. He has been listening to me, and we are talking, and that's why it's going to be named Warren Carm Stadium, and we're both getting a statue, and you're welcome, because the Bears belong in Chicago.
And so is Ryan Poles, because you look at this team, and honestly, I don't think that there's any holes. You asked me earlier, how many wins is this team going to get in 2024? You said the line's at 8.5. I'd take the over, especially if you're playing, fourth place, NFC West, East, etc. But they still have the draft.
That's correct.
We know what they're going to do with the number one overall pick. It seems very clear that them not going to Drake May's pro day is very clear that they're going to be selecting Caleb Williams. What is the Bears' biggest need besides franchise quarterback?
So, listen, me and you are, as we were talking about today's show, what should we debate? And we're both online with the over on 8.5, which is where Vegas is putting the win total. But we're not online of what the Bears' biggest need is. And let me tell you something. The Bears have a bunch of needs right now. You could defensively, 3-tech. You need an edge rusher. But this year is still about getting the quarterback off to the best possible start that he can possibly have, hitting that 4,300-yard level, which would be the most in the history of the NFL. I'm sure that's what Caleb Williams' goal is, even though he's not going to tell you that. The Bears have a great receiver in DJ Moore. They have a great receiver in Keenan Allen. But Keenan Allen is 32 years old. And the third receiver on the Bears is, I don't know.
Tyler Scott?
Is Tyler Scott. Is Velus Jones. Is somebody that you've never heard of. So look, you need another wide receiver and you need a young guy to develop. And as much as there are other needs, this year is about the QB. And I want him to have another target so this offense can sing, go get your guy, Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, whoever. Or, listen, I'm not even opposed to dipping back into the free agent market. There's some minorly interesting names out there, too. Odell Beckham Jr. being one of them. I want one more receiver on this team to make me feel really, really secure that the Bears have set Caleb up for success.
I think it's all about the fit with that wide receiver in the offense. You look at the first-round wide receivers, and Zay Flowers was fantastic for the Ravens, but there were some iffy picks there, like Quentin Johnson by the Chargers.
You could get it wrong.
You look in the second round, you got Rashee Rice, you got Jaden Reed, you got Nico Collins, I think, even in the fourth round. You got Puka Nacua, who was like a fifth-rounder. I am all for supporting the new quarterback, and I think when you bring up the defensive side, they're keeping Eberflus, so I think it's Eberflus's job to kind of build up that defense as much as he can, and it might be giving him as little resources as possible, but that's why you keep him around, is to prop up the defense with the least amount of talent. With Shane Waldron, I understand your point, especially with Caleb Williams, to have that third attack, but I think you could find that later on in the draft. A top 10 pick, especially that 9th overall pick, you have to use it on protecting that quarterback, making sure that quarterback stays safe, because it's a lot more important that Caleb Williams plays 17 games for the first 5 years, in each season, rather than, making sure that you waste a third-round pick, especially a top 10 pick on a wide receiver. I don't think Neighbors is that guy. If Odunze's there, then sure, I wouldn't be mad if they got them, but especially, Alt from ND, and then who's the guy from Penn State?
Shanu.
I'm fine with either of those offensive tackles, especially with Braxton Jones possibly out the door.
So right, so your argument is basically, at least the way I hear it, I get it, but you're arguing against Braxton, and I think Braxton is way more solid than who they have at 3. Neighbors does scare me a little bit with some of the stuff that's happened off the field there, but
he's got a 42-inch vert.
The talent is real, and I think Rome Odunze is going to be there. A lot of people don't. I actually think he will when you consider how much the quarterback market is just skyrocketing here. So it would not surprise me that you get a shot at a guy that everyone is like, if you want a safe pick, that is the dude. But even outside of just 9, however they want to do it, and maybe it's using multiple picks of their only 4 left. Maybe you're using 2 of them on a wide receiver then, if not using one at 9, to make sure you get it right. Give yourself a little room for error. Whatever it is, they need to add one more receiver onto this roster badly.
Yeah, and I would just like that to be in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Draft 2. Why not? Like go get your true blue chip left tackle in the first 10 picks, and then go find those receivers that fit in. Because you're especially just looking for slot guys. I mean, you're just looking for guys that are burners and can get down the field. And hey, as long as they can get 5 yards of separation, Caleb Williams just has to hit them. Yeah. We want to let you know that March Madness is upon us. Watch the big dance live at Salerno's on Tap, located at 1201 West Grand Ave in Chicago, or call us for carryout and delivery. Mention CHGO and get half off your pizza. Call 312-666-3444 or go to Salerno'sPizza.com. If you're there tonight, you'll see Carman and his niece.
Let's go Bulls. Let's go Salerno's. Let's go
Bulls.
Bears. And by the way, your White Sox are going to surprise. They're going to be how many wins do you have?
Stop it, Carm.
How many wins do they have? How many wins?
Last year?
No, this year.
This year? What do you want, my nice prediction or my worst prediction? Kevin gave me 2 predictions.
Give me your realistic, Sean, in the moment, right now, opening day tomorrow prediction.
61 and 101.
All right, I'm optimistic. They're going to win at least 63. They won't lose 100. Go White Sox. White Sox. Go White Sox.
Go take the over. I'll take an offensive tackle in that first round. Seems like you're leaning wide receiver. I think if Odunze's there, take him. But I don't think Neighbors is the right choice. I don't think Neighbors is the right fit. I think, if anything, go protect the franchise quarterback that you're taking number 1 overall. We're
recording this on Braxton Jones' birthday. Happy birthday to Braxton. Yeah. You're my guy at left tackle. We don't need a left tackle. We need a wide receiver. Sean, good to be with you.
Good to be with you, Carm.
We all silly like the mayor.